Well, I'm just gonna jump right into this. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. It's actually snowing right now. We were gonna film a wind video, but I guess we'll film a snow video real quick too. It's been windy in Vegas, so we're gonna be doing a wind video. And we got James Proctor. Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, I was born ready.
I'm not ready. So I'm gonna stay behind the camera, let him do his thing, because I belong behind the camera and he belongs throwing discs. So let's jump right into it.
Facing this direction, we got a little tailwind, and generally that's gonna stable your disc up. So I'll tend to take a straighter or less stable disc to counteract that wind. Sometimes if it's a super strong tailwind, you need to add a little height because the wind will drop it, but it's tricky. With the drives, I tend to just try to cut under the wind when I can. Honestly, just hope for the best. For the Centurion, this disc will usually drift to the right a little bit. With this tailwind, I'm expecting it to stay a lot straighter. So I'll just kind of adjust where I'm aiming to apply for that, and hopefully it'll work out. As you can see, that even had a little hyzer finish. So definitely a bit of a tailwind. I got an Exodus here. I'm still learning this disc. It's slightly more stable, so I'm gonna throw a little anhyzer angle on it and hopefully get some nice drift with it. Yeah, so that fought pretty hard at the end too. So definitely with the tailwind, you know, it's nice, it will push your disc a little further, but you have to account for the hard left finish. Opposite way now, we got a headwind, and it's gonna do the opposite thing as a tailwind. So for these two, I'm gonna have to throw a little hyzer angle on them, and the headwind will most likely still turn them over. Headwind, you're not gonna be able to throw as far. Typically, I would stable up just to throw something more predictable. So I put a substantial amount of hyzer angle on that, and the headwind kind of flipped it up flat and it rose flat. So that's one, me knowing to put hyzer, but two, that's the wind doing all the work.
And just so you know, in post-production, I totally missed that disc completely, but you get the idea. Let's throw the second disc.
So that one kind of drifted right on its own. With the tailwind, I forced it over and it hyzered out. That one I kind of threw flat. The wind flipped it and then it kind of finished flat. So definitely you got to mess with the angles, and it takes a while to figure it out, but to make things easier on yourself, start with more stable stuff, because that predictable hyzer finish will help keep you in the fairway and keep you where you want to go. So before we finish out the video, we got to touch on wind putting, because that's really where you're going to lose a lot of strokes. And you know, essentially you have your tailwind putts and your headwind putts. Your tailwind putts, when the wind's at your back, will drop your putter, so you got to aim higher, and your headwind putts will lift it up. One tip I like to do when I'm putting in the headwind is I switch to more of a flat spin putt to keep that nose angle kind of flat and not exposed to the wind. That helps me kind of cut through the wind, and the putter doesn't get affected as much. Right to left and left to right winds are tricky. Just keep all of my angles, my nose angle and the wing angle, super flat, just to minimize the effect the wind has on the putter. Putting in the wind is definitely the hardest thing to do in disc golf, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. So, you know, stick to those kind of little guidelines, but good luck, it's fun. I'm actually gonna aim at the band, and hopefully the tailwind will slam it down into the chains. That was ugly, but it worked.
That wasn't ugly. You guys make it look way easier compared to what I've been doing on the disc golf course recently. So
you can see how the putter doesn't drop at all, and I'm kind of jamming it with more spin to keep them flat, but it's tricky.
15 minutes ago, those flags over there were whipping even more than that, so.
That was layup territory, and you let the disc go and it just starts blowing behind you. You have no idea where to go. That's how it was 15 minutes ago. So it died down a little bit.
Well, James, easy enough
Yep.
and hard enough at the same time. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, do all the things, yeah. I guess, right?
Definitely appreciate you having me on here, and
of course.
Thank you everyone for watching.
We're matching right now, kind of.
Just noticed that too, yeah.
See ya.
Oh.
Not only can he throw the disc, he can also catch the disc.
Sometimes.